Um, this is for the individual who is seeking some form of understanding as it pertains to the nightlife or the social life or the life in which you would meet somebody from the outer capacity of your, I guess, sphere, local or daily sphere of influence. I guess the people who you see at home, the people that you would see at your workplace, and everything in between, which won't be too many. Like, this is when you go out to interact and make new friends. Perhaps you are at a pub. It's a possibility that you may be at a bar somewhere whereby there is music and the opposite sex there in order to, of course, socialize, take part in that environment, of course, and maybe grab a bite to eat, maybe have something to drink. If you're at an establishment like this and it's maybe nighttime and you see women out there, no matter how well they look, because I'm pretty sure they're exceptional, don't say anything to her. Don't say anything to her. That's really the level of where we need to be at it right now, because a lot of them there are strictly there to flex. It's like they could have had a drink at home. They could have had a drink in their friend's place whereby like nobody could get in, so it would be a secluded, inclusive environment. But they went out to grab a drink. Like, they've gone out to a social, place, but like they don't necessarily want to socialize with you. I think you have to understand that she doesn't. She's there. She has on her dress. She has her hair down. She looks immaculate. She has her hair up. She's looking very sophisticated. Wow. Like, you're doing very well for yourself, but please don't say that to her. Please don't ask her what her name is. Don't introduce yourself. Why are you talking to them? Like, they don't want that. Like, they honestly prefer quieter guys, shyer guys, more reserved guys. That's kind of like her style. That's kind of like the style that you see in the clubs. That's kind of like the style that you see at the bar. They they're there to really have a good time. They're there to congregate with their sisterhood or their kinship, or have some type of sustainable, constructive balance amongst their gender, since this is what we've been hearing on our media platforms, socially programmed into our universities. They might call it curriculum. This is what we're seeing. So, I don't know. I really don't know. Like, my advice would be just be yourself. But if yourself is direct, if yourself is open, if yourself is highly keen on gaining an understanding of the opposite sex, I'm here to tell you they do not want you to say anything to them. So, like, let's just keep that to ourselves. Keep our hands to ourselves. Of course, if you know my rules, no touching. You should never touch. Honestly, because we as men don't know what that is right now. We don't know what that is. So, play nice. Goon.